So, here's your target, and you are here. You get some thoughts that create emotions in your mind. These emotions drives to do some actions. And taking actions leads you to the result. But sometimes you have your thoughts, you want to have a result, but something stops you, something in between. And this is bridge between thoughts and your target. In this video, we will talk about what actually stops you to get to your target. And this is something you can change. And when we will change it, you can get to every goal what you get. In today's video, we will talk about things that stops us to get our target. And these things is our emotions, it's our feelings. We can experience bad feelings and good feelings. But the difference between all these, in case with good feelings, we feel as well-being. But on the other side, when we have a bad feelings, they actually can stop us to get to the point when we want to go, to get to our goals, to get our target. So our emotions, our opportunities. At first you have a thought, then you have your feeling. Your feeling drives you to action, and then in the end you have a result. So it means from thoughts to the results, you have two things. Between of it, you have a feeling, and then you have your action. But between action and thoughts, it's a feeling. And this feeling, it's a bridge between of it. And when the bridge breaks, you will just feel down and not gonna get to your target. That's very simple. Let's talk about emotions that can block ability to see opportunities. It would be bad emotions like a fear, shame, sadness, anger, and guilt, being guilty. So let's focus on these 5 emotions and break down that to the small parts. The first one is a fear. So imagine fear is a bridge that stops you to go to the side of the river, to go there where your target is. And what actually fear means? The fear means anticipation of pain in the future. So it means in the future we anticipate that it will be painful for us. And this fear, we actually had it in the past, but now we tend to anticipate it in the future, and the future pain stop us to go there, to go through the pain to our target. This anticipation actually is imagination, and this imagination actually it doesn't exist, to be honest. It doesn't exist now in real time. It's only in our thoughts, it's an imagination, it's anticipation for the future stop us to go through it. In this case, our brain says it wants us to be safe. It pushes ourselves to say to us, I can't do it. Or maybe we will say, what if I will be fail, or what if something will happen? We tend to find some excuses in order to not go through the pain, through the fear. It reminds me of what Mark Twain once said. I had a lot of worries in my life, most of which never happened. You have a worry, you have an imagination for the future. This imagination actually, to be honest, maybe it will never happen, and you just cut yourself from the opportunity because of the fear. I have some examples of my life. To make an exam, I wanted to pass an exam. I was so fearful and I was so scared. Although I learned a lot, but on the other side, I was scared on the future, on the anticipation, if I won't be past this exam actually. And a friend of mine suggested me to think about following. He said to me, you can imagine worst case scenario what would happen ever in your life. You won't pass the exam. You have a second chance to make. By this exam it was 2 chances to pass the exam. So it means if I had failed, I had another chance to pass the exam. 2 chances to pass an exam. The fear went less. He said, okay, if you would not pass the second chance, what would you do? I said, okay, it would be not the end of the world, and I can find a new opportunity actually. I can go to other country to find a new job, to meet other people, and I won't be just lying down on the street and just waiting for money from other people. And the fear went down, fear decreases. I felt a little bit free, a little bit more free in this situation. And the exam had the fear inside me, but the fear was only maybe 30 minutes or 30 seconds, only 30 seconds until I get my first question. I was so fearful to answer something, but then the teacher started to help me, and then I thought, okay, maybe it's not so bad. I answered to her, and then I thought, okay, the first question is done. Now I can do the next question and the next, and then I went through the pain, through the fear, and I passed the exam. And the second example with a snowball. I like to ride snowboard. From a book, Entrepreneurial Revolution, what I talked actually in my last video, the guy said, he also was a fan of riding snowboard. And he said, in a snowboard you have 2 sides. I have to take the book to show you. Like imagine, this is the mountain, yeah? Like you go in this direction and you stay on a snowboard with your 2 legs. And normally when we hike on the mountains, we want to go to the side of the mountains, because when we will fail like just in this direction. Yes, because in this direction we will fail a lot, and so on. But with a snowboard, if you will put your weight to this side, you cannot control snowboard. Like the snowboard, the mountain actually will control you. You cannot move from one side to other side. If your leg, if your whole weight, you will shift to this side. What you have to do to go down safe, to have fun of it, because actually we all write down do things to have fun. You have to do following: put your whole weight on this side, despite of the fear. You have to put your weight on this side, and then you can control this side and this side of snowboard, because you can, it's like your, how you can explain? Yes, you have control a snowboard. You have to go to this side, but your whole weight you put on this leg, and you take a risk. Sometimes risky, it's not very risky. It's not risky than you think. In this situation happens in the business. We work on a normal job and do things every day. We earn salary at the end of the month. If you compare normal worker and business owner will earn in a long term more money, in a long term time more money in comparison to normal worker. On the other side, the business owner can fail, but normal worker, it actually, what can happen with the normal worker? Can be fired, can be fired. This is the risk of normal worker. With the business owner, with the business, it can happen everything. As a reward for a good business, if the business owner will do a good business, he will earn a lot of money, and it will be payoff for the whole risk of the time. Risky, it's not very risky, and to go through your fear and allow yourself to risk more, to say to emotions, I don't care about the emotions. You can just say to your brain, when your brain try to find out some excuses, you can say to your brain, thank you for the suggestion, but I will do what I must do. And in this case, to build a strong bridge from your thoughts, despite of the fear, despite of the feeling of the fear, build a strong bridge that will lead you to the result. The second one, what we will discuss, is the difference between emotions of women and men. It's very funny. Actually, we have only two genders, let's say, women and men. We are all human, but we have different emotions. These emotions can lead to misunderstanding in our relationships. As a man, I would say, when somebody, it depends on man or woman, it doesn't depend on. When somebody has a problem, I want to fix it. I think like logically, if you have a problem, what I can do? The first, I can create a plan. Yes, the plan will have the first step, the second step, the third step. This is my suggestion to you to solve your problem. Because you have a problem, I like to solve problem. On the women's side, the women, they tend to hold the problem inside. When they have a problem, they actually don't say it directly, but they hold it inside of them, inside of their body. 1 or 2 or 3 months, they can say it. When they say it, they just explode. If a woman has a problem, the best solution in it is just to listen to the problem. Normally, don't need to have some suggestion. They don't have to have a plan for a solution. No. They just listen to be understood with the problem. When they feel okay, the person in front of me understands me, they cares about me. It doesn't matter if it will be solved or not. The person cares about my problem, and maybe in the future he can help me, but maybe not. But the main thing, actually listen, to be active listener. To be active listener in the problem. It's actually to be active listener, it's not only be in a comparison to the woman. Good as soft skill to communicate in our society. Once I wrote a book about how to find new friends and how to find new people to communicate. It was wrote by Dale Carnegie. And the main point from this book was to be a charismatic person. You don't have to speak a lot to other person. What you have to do to be a charismatic person? You have to listen carefully, understand what other person says, ask some following questions, like follow-up questions, maybe give a little bit suggestions. But the main point is listen carefully and care what person says. In percentage, you have to speak about 20%, and the other person have to speak around about 80%. The story of a book, it was like one woman came to the party, and the guy came also to the party, and a woman started to tell a story about, I think, from Africa, and the man, he was just listen carefully and ask following up questions. Almost all the time the woman was spoken during the conversation, but in the end the woman said, you are so a very interesting speaker, you like very interesting to speak with you, you're very charismatic. However, the man, he was just active listening in the conversation. He asked only following up questions. Active listener is very important skills, not only to the women, but also to the other person who you want to influence. These emotions, what I said before, is anger, fear, sadness, feeling ashamed, or feeling guilty. These emotions can stop us also for earning money or to having money, or they can help us losing money. The very helpful exercises that can help you to solve the problem in comparative emotions is to write down sentences that you feel these emotions when you think about these emotions. For example, you can think about why you haven't earned a lot of money and you can analyze it. On my example, I will show you what I wrote. I feel angry because of not taking a risk to get to my target point. The second one, I feel angry because of not taking risk to establish my own business. And the third one, I feel angry, I cannot think big. But these whole things, if you understand the cause of these emotions, because as I said before, emotions is our bridge, and if you will understand where is the bad point of your bridge, and then you will have a strong bridge. Exercise can help you to analyze your emotions. The second example, let's break through the emotions sadness. I wrote down, I feel sad because I have thinking that I lose my time when I do nothing. So it means this scenario with the procrastination. You do nothing, but you don't like just lying down and doing something fun. You always think about a task, what you have to do, but you do any action. You know, you just go on the bridge. You cannot came down to start to do your action. You're just stopping, and this bridge is your emotion. In the next example, fear with the feeling of shame. I feel ashamed when I try to provide some value to other people, take money for this value. Because as I said in my previous videos, you earn money when you bring some value. As a result, you get money. And so I feel ashamed when I bring value, when I earn money, but this value is not enough for people, or at least I feel this value is not enough for them. So this value is not valuable, it's not worth of this money what I get it. And about this, I can feel ashamed. And so after writing down points, this actually statements, what about you feel bad emotions? Because bad emotions block us to see good opportunities. Write down the statement, all emotions, sometimes analyze them. Why I feel bad actually. Sometimes you can feel angry because you be in a comfort zone. You understand consciously, you understand that you have to go outside of your comfort zone to go to your goal. But your subconscious mind says, no, it's no chance that you will leave this comfort zone. You will be here because outside of comfort zone is very unsafe for you. What if you will fail? What if you just don't get your target? No. Be on into your comfort zone and everything will be good. And so after writing down what you have to do, you have to analyze it. I will show you how you can analyze and how I did it in my example. So let's take an example with the feeling when we don't get something what we want. So we wanted to have a lot of money, we don't get a lot of money, and now we feel angry. We want to have to eat pizza, the restaurant is closed, we don't have a pizza, so we feel angry as a result. Let's back to the example with the money. Let's go inside to this feeling being angry. Let's go back to our childhood. Let's try to remember some situation when you started to feeling when you was a child. I will show you my example. My birthday, when I was, I think, around about 12 years old, our relatives came to my birthday and they gave me a gift, and the gift that was actually money, but it was a lot of money because I was a child. I was 12 years old. It was a lot of money for me. My parents said, okay, I didn't know what I have to do with this money, but my parents said, okay, you can put your money on a fridge and we will think about later what we will do. And they put money on the fridge. And then my parents took this money. They said, actually, it's a lot of money. You are a small child, and I think a better idea where we help to invest and to not invest, to put this money. We will buy something for our family. And in this situation, I started to get this prejudice. When I have money, somebody wants to take this money from me. However, it was a family, and this money wasn't stolen from the family. It remains being in the family, and we bought something. I don't know what we bought, but it was purchased for the family. However, this money wasn't in my pocket. Let's take another example. Let's say I was a child, maybe I was 30 or 40 years old. I wanted to get my parents a computer, and actually I just wanted to play, and I wanted to get this computer. It was like a dream, because back in the days only a few people had a computer at home, and I wanted to have it also. As a child, I had a book how to deal with a computer, how to program, and it was like interesting for me. But actually I wanted to play. If I had a computer, I could also learn programming and other stuff. But my parents didn't bought it, unfortunately. They bought it, but almost at the end of the school. But not in this period. This feeling of angry when you have money and somebody take this money, then you don't get it back. You get prejudice, maybe to your family, to your parents, or to money in general. If you would analyze, if you will write down this emotion, actually you will understand why you feel bad about this emotion, and then try to go back in a time, like a time machine. Analyze when you get this emotion at the beginning, when you start to feel these emotions, and this situation can help you to analyze real problem, why you feel it, and when you analyze it, you can solve it. Because in this situation, money remains in the family. I cannot change, but at least I can change that I experience, that I feel because of the past. If I will change the feeling, the past, I can change the future. So we learned that our emotions doesn't allow us to go to our goals. It means when we feel uncomfortable, when we feel bad situation, uncomfortable feeling gives us massive opportunity. I will tell you a story from one guy, the public speaker from a seminar what I visited in January, like 1 month ago, and he told us a story how he actually became a public speaker. He was originally from London. He got a ticket, a free ticket for a seminar in US. However, he get a ticket, but on the other side, to buy a plane, to buy a ticket for a plane, to book a hotel and other stuff. It was very expensive. And he said to his wife that he want to go to US and to visit this seminar. And she said at first that she doesn't like this idea because you have to spend money for the seminar, and seminar what will bring you actually. But then he negotiated with the wife and he went to the seminar. And in this seminar, it was an offer to another seminar, like to a seminar how you can become a public speaker, how you can communicate with the people. And it was very expensive. He thought and he bought the ticket for the another seminar without talking with his wife. And when he came back home, he said that when he started to talk to his wife about the situation, when what he did in America, and he signed up a contract for another seminar, and this seminar was more expensive than the first one. He said this situation was the most uncomfortable in his life because he had to speak to the wife. He spent the family money for the seminar and it was the most uncomfortable situation. But what this situation gave him, he went to the seminar, he became a public speaker, and this environment where he get it just changed his life. And he became also a millionaire, bought a lot of real estate and got his success. And he talked about this general success. When we speak about success in our life should be recognizable. What does it mean? You have to know what success for you is. Saying it another way, you have to know where you're heading for, what actually your target is. Because if you just, without analyzing what you have to get, you won't realize when you get to success. Do you know what I mean? Like when you take a train, when you have to go from A to point B, then you have a point B. Yeah, you know in which station you have to go out. When you just take a train without knowing in which direction you have to go, let's be honest, in which city you have to go out, you don't know which city you have to go out. The same in our life. Personally, for me, it's actually very difficult to set target, to know where I have to go, because it's very difficult for me. But once I have to set it, once I recognize where I have to go, it's easy actually for me to go to my target, to achieve my goal, setting the goal. The point what I'm trying to make, before you go any city where you want, you have to know which city you have to, from which city you have to buy a ticket for a train. Otherwise, you will just take a wrong train and go to the wrong direction. I hope you get the point and you will do right direction where you want to came. But when you came to this right direction, what you have to do, you have to celebrate your success. Our mind is maintained to give our body more energy when we celebrate the success. As I said, it's like a last station. You have to be thankful and happy when you achieve your goal. Through the way to achieving your goal, you get some difficult situation, you have to experience some bad situation, yes, some challenges. You have to have a reward for this journey. And this reward, your celebration, the celebration of your goal. And this celebration shouldn't be very expensive. You have to celebrate your goal how you want. You have to do things. It doesn't mean you have to buy a new iPhone, but actually it's it will be a good celebration when you want to buy it. It might be just go to the mountains and hike one day or a couple of days, go with the friends to the cinema or go maybe to the restaurants and just enjoy your life because you deserve it. You get to your goal, you have to celebrate it. At the celebration, your mind will give your body more energy to the next goal. Sometimes we don't believe in ourselves because, okay, I have this situation to go there to achieve my goals. Just don't believe in yourself because you think, okay, in the past I didn't achieve it, I didn't achieve the other goal, and maybe in the future I won't also achieve this goal where I want to go. What you have to do is to learn from your success. Every person on the planet, let's be honest, sometimes achieved the goals. They have a victory, they have their own victory. What you have to do, you have to write down 1, 2, 3 things where you're really thankful for it, where you know, okay, I'm proud of it because I achieved this goal, I'm proud of it because I achieved that goal. Like 1 or 2 or 3 goals, really proud what you already achieved. You have to analyze, okay, why I achieved this goal, what I did to do it, and you will see, you will realize, yes, you have some plan, you have similarities with your achieving, and you can take this experience not from mistake, from your victories, implement it in the future. Because these victories is not like victories from somebody else's, or it's not victories from you, from a YouTube or from a movie. It's your own victories. You did it. You are proud of yourself because you achieved these victories. Remember, take these victories, analyze it, implement it, new victories. Learn not from your mistake, but also learn from your victories. Sometimes when you set a new goals, you don't know how you can achieve it. Like, for example, can you run 5 kilometers? I think yes, I can run 5 kilometers. Can you run 10 kilometers? I think also, I haven't run 10 kilometers, but I think I can run it. Maybe, what do you think? Can you run 20 kilometers, 30, 50 kilometers? I would say no, because I haven't done it before. But I would say you have one year to prepare to it. Do you think in 1 year can you run 50 kilometers? I would say, on my own example, I would say yes, I would run 50 kilometers for 1 year because I have 1 year time. I have 365 days to prepare myself for this run, for this actually big marathon. I have time to make a plan. I have time to find people, to find some information, make a training and prepare myself for this target. This actually you can implement in any field where you have to go. We don't speak actually about running. We speak about actually how to get more success and how to get more money, yes, all this stuff. But because following the target in this situation, it's a target of 50 kilometers of running. When you know your target, you have to make a plan. Yeah, you have a time. A target, you have a time. When you make a plan to do this, you have to learn other person who already did it before. You can ask there some questions. You have to take some advices from this person and implement victories of these persons on your own journey. Not only your victories, because you haven't these victories, another person had it, but you can take these victories, take this suggestion from the person where you want to go in your life, make a plan, do it every day consistently, and you will get to a target. A lot of people speak about things outside of their control. What do you think when somebody speak about the prices are getting higher and I cannot buy a new iPhone, I cannot buy a lot of food, what I did it before? It's like you speak about under your control. You have to do, and what actually I do, you have to speak inside of your control. You cannot say, okay, I want to have a lot of money and government has to pay me more money, has to pay to my family more money. You cannot say it's not inside of your control zone. Government economy outside of your control zone, family economy inside of your control zone, and you can impact on this situation, things, make a plan, make a habit of doing something. Like I created a video before, I talked about how to manage your money, because the difference between financial success and financial failure is a money management. And I already created a video how to manage your money. It's not only about managing money video, but main point of this video is how to manage money, not only like in a single person, but also in a family. The takeaway from this video is how to delegate your money in different jars and in which percentage put your money in each jar, and each jar will be responsible for different things in your life to make your life happy. So be free to watch this video. That video will change your life. I change it because things that I have been implemented from this video about this money management system has changed my life. To sum up the video, we talk about a lot of things that stop us to get to our target, and these things are our emotions. So it means between thoughts and our target there is emotion, there's or greed or sadness. And the key to success is to make your brain strong. The key to success is act despite the fear. And acting despite the fear, practice more, because you won't learn it from this video. Actually, you can learn it from this video, but without implementing in your life, going outside of your comfort zone, you won't learn anything, because you have to implement this knowledge what I give you. Because when you watch until this part of the video, I appreciate taking the time and watching my content, but I want that you implement it in your life. This knowledge is what I bring you. Take this knowledge and implement it. If you haven't watched my previous 2 videos where I talk about money management system and the difference between poor people and rich people, feel free to watch it, because there's a lot of useful information that you can implement in life. And my friend, feel fear, but do it anyway. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.